It is time. Millions, Cyprus. Main event, final table right here at the Merit Crystal Cove Hotel, Casino and Spa in, well, beautiful Cyprus. And what a lineup we have. Couple of live wires up top, it's fair to say. Georgi actually taking the lead off Guild late last night in a rather large pot, but well, these two not afraid to move the chips. It's going to make it very difficult for those shorter stacks to try and survive and ladder up, as we see everyone guaranteed $69,000 with the elimination of Yoni late last night. 91k for 8th. The top 7 make the 6-figure club. Second prize, look at that, a smidge under half a bar. First, $683,000. And we're wasting no time. We are off and running. I am, of course, James Dempsey, and joined, as I have been all week, by my main man, Henry Kilbane. Henry, how are we doing this glorious afternoon?
Glorious afternoon indeed, James. Final table time, day 6 of 6 for us. And yeah, I mean, it's just great. Great to be back. Live poker's back. Like you said, $500,000 for second. Just shy of 700k for first. We're going to see some drama with this lot. I'll tell you that much. Going to see some drama.
Well, we saw a lot of drama last night, and somebody says we're going to see a lot more. These guys, Henry, it could be over in like 2 hours. I'm not going to lie. Bye bars. He loved to get involved last night. We saw a lot of him yesterday. Here he comes, raising it up first hand. 125, 250. Opening off one of those, 16 big blinds stacks. And lurking behind Henry. One of those who, I guess if you're trying to pick a winner, Bernhauser, one of the probably stronger players in his 10 million chip stack. I mean, I don't mean disservice to the others, but this man, I think, will have a little bit more nous about him as we play down at this final. But it doesn't matter, man. We saw the likes of Gil and Georgi yesterday, like wrecking balls through this field, Henry. There's many on the rail going, scratching their heads today, wondering what happened.
Yeah, one of those, unfortunately for us, good friend Ioni Ukamayan, he said was, well, it was like a bull in a china shop, wasn't it, yesterday? Those final 2 tables. It honestly felt like we were playing a €200 bounty. Some of the ways the money found its way into the middle, just unheard of. And unfortunately, Yoni coming up short. One of those ones where you're just like, if I can just chip up to 30, 35, 40 bigs, I'm going to be in a prime spot to close this one out.
Yep, and here is, well, the man who vanquished many yesterday, Henry Gil. Some unorthodox lines, shall we say. Got himself in a couple of spots. Got himself out with the chips. Buy bars. First hand of the final, Henry. You think, all right, falls around to me. I look down the ace of spades. That'll do me. Pop it up. This guy wants to come out 3-bet me, huh? It's like that. All right.
Yeah, Bernhauser, like you said, very solid, very competent young player from Austria.
Yeah.
One of the tougher flags of the poker world, James.
And again, I mean no disservice to some of the players who've made it to this final, but when you think you had the likes of Yoni, Dominik Panka, Boris Angelov, Sergio Banau, Vlad Dari, all on the last 2 to 3 tables, it could have been a very different makeup this final table.
It really could have. Yeah.
But they put their chips in. They had the wrong cards. They're out. They're probably on the beach though, so they're okay. And they got some money to go with it. Of course, everyone inside the top 98 making the money. Yoni, the last one out last night with 50k.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Better than a kick in the teeth. Normally I take the chip leader, guys, in the chat. I see it, but maybe I've got to make Bernhauser the favourite in this instance. But haven't had a proper chance yet, Henry, to look around at this seating position. To admit, it's a little rushed getting ready today. Had to go do my test, Henry, my COVID test, because it's time.
Time to leave.
It's nearly time to depart, yeah.
Sad times.
Tomorrow evening, flying back to cold, rainy Northern Europe. Hey ho. Paradise can't last for forever. Kamari Hard to see much of this guy. He is under wraps. Look at him. Jack-2's under the gun. I'm going to stay under wraps. So Masker, the player, obviously, I felt like he has a good feel of him around this table, but such a short stack, not much he can do. Angelo as well seemed very confident. High Dawn, a man not unfamiliar with these big buy-in events. He's still here, but again off a short stack, really. Here's Gil and Georgi out in front. Kadra, another one. Henry, he likes to get in the mix.
Yeah, Kadra, my dark horse for this final table. He was in the mix, and for me personally, final 13, final 14 on that feature table, he really seemed to just open up, and he seemed comfortable, man. He kind of picked up on the fact that everyone else is thinking of that final table, playing a bit tight, just getting a bit creative, let's say, floating with some speculative hands. But hey, here he is, coming into today. I think 4 of 9, 3 of 9. It's very tight in the middle.
Yeah. Well, you've got obviously Georgi and Gil coming in with 17 and 18 million, and then you had Kamari, Kadra coming in what 12 and 11, and you've got Bernhauser just below them at 9.5. So the middle stacks all fairly equal by bars. High Dawn, Samaska all pretty short. Angelos kind of stuck in the middle there, 23 blinds. He really is the one that I guess has to stay out of the way mostly. He does have a nice seat to the left of Georgi, so as we progress, we'll have some rejam spots, and if he doubles up, we'll have some spots to perhaps get involved with Georgi, because, say, Georgi and Gil both happy to play pots, Henry. They will not be locked up, and there's no, I feel if they feel a bit shorter, there's no putting pressure on them ICM-wise. They're here for the titles. They're here for the wins.
Yeah, they are the true definition of ICM as a myth. And when there's 680k up top, that's exactly what I want to hear. I'm always, you know, when we're in the online streets in those 10Ks with the world's best, I'm talking about ICM, but when it's a final table like this, I want to see blood, James. I want to see pain.
Yeah, we're not, usually we see on these Millions final tables such sort of, you know, the GTO, the ICM aware, the kind of quote-unquote modern proper play. This one's going to be a bit more old school, Henry. This is a bit more my realm. Decade ago when I was smashing it around. If you need some of these translated, I'll be able to help you. In the old days, you fold 4 hands and you get to open. Doesn't matter what hand is. You don't 3-bet 3 times when they open the cutoff and you're on the button. Trust me, the 4th time you're 3-betting them.
You know what? Last night, it's funny that you say this. I was watching some very old school footage with the likes of Ali Elezra, Phil Galfond, Tom Dwan. Who's the guy you played heads up for the bracelet with? Very old school.
Sami Farha.
There we go, Sami Farha. And some of the hands, mate. Oh my word! It was just like, oh well, he bluffed me last hand, so I'm gonna bluff him this hand. Doesn't matter what cards I've got. It was just fantastic to watch. Mate, just get in the bin.
Samaska. I'm ripping it in for 8.5 blinds.
Yeah, so Gil gonna fold, one would assume. And then Kadra in a bit of a tough spot. I mean, he has 30% against Ace King. Alright. It's enough equity against 9s through Kings.
Yeah, I mean, his check's good enough. And just that's what Gil's going to do. Okay, he does.
2,140,000.
Yeah, this is just one we got to call, Henry. Like you say, these are the worst cases, and we're still 28% equity.
Yeah.
Getting decent price. I know. Before you start shouting at me, chat, and of course, Henry, that the direct chip price is not anywhere near as relevant, but There's also value in knocking people out. And like Henry says, you're just going to have something like King Queen suited, King Jack suited perhaps. Some of those hands. Wow.
I'll take it.
He'll
Does
take it, yeah.
Big overlaid pot with a raise and a call. 4 blinds put in there voluntarily, and he gets it through for 8.5.
Double up.
Yeah.
He'll definitely take that.
I would have called him if you weren't behind me. So I didn't want to get reshoved.
Hurricane Higgins saying who has the most in earnings. Jibs, I believe it's the German Heidhorn, if I'm not mistaken, around about 5 mil in live earnings.
Jack Queen.
Yeah. So
If you don't call, if you're not here, I call him. Only at 2 million.
yeah, we've got Georgian, Canadian, Austrian, Cypriot in the mix. What else we got here? German Heidhorn, yeah, with what, 2.3 million
2.3.
in earnings that we know of. 3 players with, as far as I can tell, no presence on the Hendon mob at all.
Wow.
It doesn't always tell the full story, of course, because hey, they've all made a farm table in a 5K Henry, so the kind of guys who like to fly under the radar. I think I'm right in saying, yeah, with those payouts, with those animals, obviously everyone chasing a Courier score today. Heidhorn only just
11.
10th in the 2019 main event of the World Series for 800k. So
10th.
yeah, that's, that's the place you don't want to finish.
No way.
But he can top that today with a win. So everyone chasing a career score, which is nice, Henry. How many times do we have these events where it's like first prize is whopping like this 800k, and then you're like, it's not even like 10% of people's biggest cashes because they won some $46 million buy-in event.
Could I also please have a detox juice and a sparkling water? Soda?
Yeah, I'm just looking. Angelos has actually tangled with Georgi. Georgi actually came first in the 2020 Merit Poker Western here, 5k main for 220k, and Angelos came third in that one for 111k. So these boys have battled before. Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
it's a lot of the players who you see here tend to play here a lot, which is, I guess, testament to how good it is here.
Georgi
But also, it's its own little micro ecosystem here, isn't it? In Merit, it seems like the players. It's a nice little catchment area for Central Asia, Russia, Eastern Europe. Very different feel, but you get a lot of the same players. So here we go then, Henry. Georgi, not disappointing. Check raising the Jack 10-9 board with King Deuce against a +3 raise. And, well, he needs to shut it down now. But Willie, Henry, Bernhauser, it's raised +3 and called a check raise on the flop on Jack 10-9. I mean, like, we got something.
Yeah, I don't hate the hand selection from Georgi. It's obviously a pretty nice hand to check raise with. Blocking some of the obvious value hands.
Uh-oh. I mean, got king. Here he comes. You see those greeny turquoise type color chips that he put in there? They're new today on top there in the fingers of Bernhauser. Those are the 500,000 chips. Reds, 100Ks. The whites are 25Ks and the blues are 5Ks. It's Bernhauser. Calls a turn with a straight river pairs the jack. Now, surely Georgi has to shut this down now, Henry.
Really does. I mean,
The 2-pair combos, the straight combos, they get there.
yeah, sets as well.
Yeah.
5.6 in the middle.
And Bernhard's just check this back, yeah, with the Queen High straight. Makes a lot of sense.
Imagine like betting 25% and getting jammed on there.
Yeah. And I mean, what are we going to get called by?
What are we going to get called by?
During the hand, you can use your electronic devices on the table. If you want to send message or something, just click from the table and do it. And one more, during the hand, we can skip.
So payouts in the chat, boys and girls. Everyone guaranteed just shy of 67,000. As James said, I mean, even 9th career best score for a few of these guys. Be the best for Samaska, for Baibars, for Bernhauser, Hadi, Majid as well. I mean, that's pretty rare. Pretty rare that 9 players have a career best just by making final table. Not 9 players, sorry. 5.
Yeah. Well, it's just, like I said, it's just nice that they can all have a career best whether win today. Whoever wins today tops their best. It's nice to say. Kadra popping up from the hijack with 8-4 suited. Samaska gets another rejam in here, Henry, and he's going to get another one through. Georgi with Queen Jack in the small. He's going to get another one through. Also, it depends on what Angelos finds in the big. Cypriot kicks 10-9 suited to the muck. And, well, leveling out early on in this final table. Playing to a winner. Party Poker Live, Millions Cyprus, main event, final table. Just 9 warriors left. The lucky few. 830 players have gone. Baibars kicking 2 7s into the muck under the gun. Here we go. Here we go. That's a bit better. Let's play snug. There's going to be action around here, Baibars. We've got a shorter stack. Like that, Henry. Just... We've seen him play maybe a few too many hands, a few hands a bit funky there. Just 7s under the gun. There's not a lot of value here.
Yeah, I like
Let's
it.
get some ladders going.
Wow, Queen Jack suited fold from +1.
Okay, Kadra is not folding ace-6 suited. I know that much. Raised up 8-4 last hand. Ace-6 certainly fits the remit.
Well, Georgi, potential 3-bet spot. Just kind of cool. Pretty nice when a single raise is just 1 chip for you. And you've got hundreds of those chips. Not quite, but a nice tower of them at least.
Yeah, maybe Georgi will redeem some chips here. However, Kadra does have backdoor hearts and backdoor straight as some of the rail getting a bit boisterous, perhaps. There's a man with an injured pec, an injured arm. An over-enthusiastic greeting, Henry. The guys are fired up.
What did you just like punch them straight in the chest?
I mean, it's quite distracting. The lad in the blue shirt, I think, just kind of gave one of them like hello and just obviously went a bit hard. I'm gonna have to watch the action replay here.
That's
you guys are 2
hilarious.
minutes behind us, so me and Henry will be watching this one back.
That's fantastic.
I mean, meanwhile there's a handgun on, but I'm more interested in yeah, we're going to VAR on this one.
Well, it was just like a friendly one, right?
But yeah, I mean, ace on the river, Kadra, further compounding this far from ideal start to the final table. Raise folded once. Yeah. Lose a few more chips here. Peeled that open with the ace 7 suited, wasn't it? Ace 8 suited, I think, and folded the all in. Now, Georgi, clear value bet.
This is going to get looked up. Bernhauser looks like a crusher, says Hungry Gamble.
825k. Not much can be done here. So those straight draw combos that I've missed. There's also even potentially a tiny bit of maybe misplaced value, who knows. Sorry, sorry guys, we're a little distracted. We're watching the action replay of the, where he's obviously walked up behind his mate, hasn't he? Taken his legs out a little bit, done the old press their knees in, and he's got a little slap as payback.
I mean, that feels deserved, right?
You've got to be careful who you do that sort of stuff to.
You go after the big man. The big
right.
man in the group. Oh, that's fantastic.
All right, I'm going to try to focus more on the poker, guys. Sorry, we really had to watch what happened there.
That was good.
Back again, I apologise. But you saw the hand roll down. Some fairly standard stuff. Georgi! Getting some more chips together.
That was fantastic.
Zazino asking, is this the final table? It most certainly is, my friend. Top left of your pitch there, you'll see we're down to the final 9 of the 839 who ponied up $5,300 apiece to get in the mix, to have a shot at the title, to have a chance of walking away with that gorgeous trophy.
Yeah, it's a nice one.
And I kept saying, Henry, and you've, I think, let me off with my deliberate mistakes. I kept saying whoever wins this wins their highest score. Of course, after saying Haidon had 800. In my head, I had it as 863. It's 683 up top. Don't know why. It's a slow start for me today.
It's all right, mate. I know where your head's at. Brighton, top of the league, 10 p.m. It's
Come
okay.
on. Come on. You never know. Yeah, hopefully whoever wins this wins it in the next 7 hours so I can go watch Brighton go top of the league. That's all I asked for, Henry.
A bit of a cheeky open off the 20 big blind stack. Georgi, not one to miss an opportunity to get involved, that's for sure. He's thinking about it. Couple of options. Flat, take it to the streets, hopefully in position. Try and get a small 3-bet bluff through. Wow. This is another of the options that I did not
just
consider.
rifle it in.
Yeah, I guess
with
with
the short stacks behind.
The stacks behind, yeah.
I love it, Henry. Just full bore aggression. Put them all in the bin. Zamaska, well, just wasting time here. 8-9 suited is not getting called.
So let's go come and zet him with.
Show one.
Oh?
One card. You show one card, no?
Ah, okay, one card.
That's too
Not
late.
only
Yeah,
Pretending not to understand that one, Henry.
yeah, wait for the cards to be
What's
in the
that?
mic.
I don't understand. I don't understand. Mark my cards, mark my cards, mark my cards. What do you
See
want?
one card.
We always play show one.
One card, Jack, okay?
One card, Jack.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay, so they apparently always play
Валет был.
show one card. You always play show one card, James?
I don't always do anything, Henry. I'm an enigma.
Wow. Someone's had a great morning by the sounds of things. Yeah, Bertie coming sick for last night. At 7k. Huge min cash, boys and girls. 34K. Mint cash in a 7K tournament. Little 5 buy-ins. What's up, chat? See you guys slowly but surely working your way in. Man, Gorky's just... He's just going to piece this table up, isn't he? His aggression.
Yeah, if he doesn't run into one, it could be all Georgi. But there's no guarantee you don't run into one, Henry. But I'd love to see it, just the absolute...
annihilation of a table.
Yeah. The old school, I've got the chip lead, I'm going to run you all over. And like I say, if it works, you win easy. Love this, Henry. Just the old one blind bet. Ace 10, 7. I know, obviously, this board, Henry, we're going to be ideally sizing a little larger, right? Because there are plenty of continues. But if we're going to raise super wide, maybe sizing down and just c-betting constant against these guys is the way. And he quickly checks back. The ace Bernhauser is going to feel very good about this 10. May even slice out a bit of value, cut himself.
And 1900 in the middle. Couldn't fault Bernhauser for blocking for like 1/3. That's 600K.
I mean, yeah.
It's gone even smaller.
Snap, look at Ace Quantum. It's gone to potentially muck. No need to muck, my friend.
21 million, almost, well,
Quarter of the chips.
quarter of the chips, yeah.
He's there.
По 500. Ничего катаешь.
Anyone want to get any wagers in the chat?
По 5000 турик сел.
I want Gorgi.
Сегодня будет. Объявили, да. Подойди, спроси все равно.
Played that huge hand against Gil deep into day 3 yesterday with 12 left.
Yeah.
Coming into today, chip leader. Let it go, Kadra. Keep bleeding, I keep bleeding chips. Well, Gorgi with the rare fold. Angelos, 2 10s. Pretty sick spot from an ICM point of view. Have 3 stacks shorter than you, and the difference between 9th and 6th, well, pretty much bang on double. 70K difference. Obviously it'd be a disaster to go out in 9th, but against one of the most active players at the table. It's close, James. He says run it.
Yeah, you're right. It's very close, Henry. Free bet ripping 20 bigs against under the gun. 9-handed on a final table. Not something we do too merrily with 2 10s, but when it's Kadra opening, you've got to adjust.
Super Bounty Tournament final day. Link stage of 6, we are about to start. 3 minutes to start. We need you in this you're interested to show your ID to the dealer and open your bags. Super Bounty players.
Сегодня, кстати, Глеб идти. Глеб. Да?
500 raise.
Да.
Pass.
Canto, Klaus.
Oh boy. Well, maybe not. The Georgi train continues. Number 1 on Georgia's all-time money list,
This is
Jameson.
tough, Henry, when you know these guys are opening so wide. The shortest stack, and you find ace-10. This man looks like he's going to have a lot of race folds.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's counting it out, Henry. Looks like he's going for the... Is he going for the less than all in? I mean,
Wow.
he's gone 1.7. Never fallen for 600k. Even if there are multiple all-ins behind, surely. I mean,
Man down.
pay jumps are an issue. Bernhauser, the ace-jack suited. Getting out the way, which is
Oh,
not an easy
wow.
fold, Henry, the ace-jack suited even, because you think Heidorn's going to be jamming these kind of hands, but he does fold it. Kadra waking up behind with ace-king suited. This will be rifled in, and I think Georgi then folds, Henry, but I can't rule it out.
What is this going to be for 30 effective, right?
Yeah, a little less.
Get a double KO and have a third of the chips in play, but no,
Yeah,
I think
he'll
you're
fold
right.
it. I mean, Kadra's jamming with no follow-up with T.
7.3.
And
Georgi
good
not-
fold of the ace-jack of diamonds.
So all the aces are dead, James. Battle of the kickers. What do you think? Nice little chop to start things off. First all-in call of the day.
Incredible, like I say. I didn't think about anything with the ace-jack. I may see him try and run down this ace-10. Georgi's posturing, but he's not going to call this, Henry. I don't think he can.
Yeah, this range is so tight, James. It's
Yeah.
like Queen's Plus, right? Like
I mean,
it's never
theoretically,
tens
it
or
might be a
jacks.
little wider. It might, even if it's 10s plus an ace queen, he's not going to call, is he? It's, you know, I think Kadra's wider than Queen's plus, but it's just Georgi. You're into it too often here.
What, just based off what we've seen over the last couple of days?
Yeah, I'm going to assume these two have played some amount together before. Henry, you see, Georgi seems to play here a fair amount. A lot of the Lebanese players obviously make their way over here as well. So, and of course they've been playing this tournament for 3 days. There's a good chance they've come across each other. He's counting out the chips, but
0.3.
he's doing such a good job, Henry, of chipping up. I don't think he's going to want to just call off 7 million. Flip with that. I think Kadra's like, wow, this could well be a pair. He's praying for a fold. He'd much rather take on the overlaid pot.
Does fold.
Does fold.
Queens?
Proszę, pass. You have a pair?
What the? No.
Oh, nice fold.
Good fold indeed. Kadra needs to hold. Send Heidorn to the rail. Well, first bust out of this Millions main event final table. Well, Henry, are we going to see a further redistribution of the chips? Let me see Kadra getting pretty
Well,
short. Well, we may
well,
just do
well.
that 10 high board. He shakes his head. It's been an awful start to the final table for Kadra. Needs a king and a king only
Wow.
on the river.
Someone at the table saying I had a 10-2. I mean, come on, guys.
And there we go. The full double.
Nice one.
No worries.
Fuck, I folded a 10 too. Wow.
Sorry?
Что я думал, а вот я люксон заберу.
Yeah, Kadra came in with 11.5 million.
Ай,
Now down to
я-
5.
$1000.
А там 1000, да?
Reroll. Плохо.
See how Georgi's running, you see? He doesn't even get outdrawn. Just the raise fold, the ace queen.
Я не знал про это. Знал бы, может, тоже взял бы.
James Cadro really needs to just try and stay composed here.
Просто клеишь наклейку и все.
Ну да.
Yeah.
Easy to just go
unlucky
on
there.
tilt.
Ah, 300.
There we go. You can see it there. Cadro down to 7th in chips, just 20 blinds. But there has been a little reorganization towards the bottom half of that table. Michael Angelos, 25 bigs. Hyde on 22. Cadro, 20. Samaska, 16. By bars, 12, Henry. They're all pretty short, and it's a different story towards the top. Bernhauser, Kamari, Gill, and our man, Georgi, still leading the way in the hot seat to try and take down this title. Pick up that beautiful
40 bigs. Could be trouble for the rest of the table. Got a bit lucky in that spot, James. It's 5 cards away from going home in 9th, but hey.
Only English, please.
He goes only you fold,
Penalty.
but we didn't speak.
You speak in Russian, can we have a hand on the table?
No hand.
Without the cards, but can this continue?
Okay. You win.
Can speak in
No hand.
Disaster.
can deal with the shuffle, yes, but if
okay.
somebody play,
Okay.
if you want to
Alright.
speak, just stand up, leave from the table and start.
Okay.
Queens for Georgi. Can't stop, won't stop. Cadro struggling, as James already mentioned, came in today. 3 of 9, had 11.5, 12 million in chips. Now finds himself sub 20. And a raise and take. Hungry Grabber said, who said they folded 10? I believe both Gil and
Понял, да?
Kamari said they folded 10, so there's only 110 left. Case 10, stay alive.
А они фигачат, как я.
Only English.
Please.
No.
Oh,
Georgi. Under the gun. Queen, 10 of spades. Definitely going to get raised up. Angelos next to ace 3 suited. You're going to have to just fold this. Yeah.
maybe просто.
You know your man's getting out of line, but you can't do anything with ace 3 suited from +1 against him. Hydorn have 22 blinds, 2 sevens. Very different situation to the one we just saw. Gonna have to just let it go as well. This is the beautiful thing. You're Georgi. People think, well, number one, you're raising a lot. You can afford to gamble. Secondly, you can't push him around, Henry. No, he's
Like a bulldozer, mate. I'm telling you, we've seen him before. He's always out there in Sochi. He's here in Merit. It's like an absolute wrecking ball.
Почти повтор. Ну, чуть ниже вторая. Тоже мастевая. Чтобы, кстати, взвесить стол. Плохой буду.
Почему нет?
Yeah, a couple of people asking about if Georgi has jammed whether Hydon folds. I think,
Терять по 500.
I mean, he leaves himself with 3 bigs, right? Georgi has to win the hand. I guess the 5-bet back jam is always going to be stronger than the 4-bet. Not always, but
he wasn't folding.
yeah, it's just, like you fold and you're guaranteed to come 8th, kind of like if you potentially get the ladder where you call and you're still in with a chance of winning the tournament.
Yeah, he ain't folding.
James Dempsey saying he ain't folding. He ain't folding.
He ain't folding. There's like 4 all-ins behind him. Maybe he's folding, but 2. No.
So Kamari going to get involved for the first time at this final table.
The ninja
well.
appears. Samaska, yeah, here we go. Gonna jam over the top
well.
from the small with the 2 checks, and we're gonna be off to the races.
Well, well, well. 14 bigs and a dream. Shortest stack. But there are some people trying to give it away. Is there ever a reason
No.
to make a tight fold? I know, James. I'm trying to just give people
I
a
know
way
you
out.
are. I know you are.
Just in case they fold. And how's they going to get out of there? And
Free 4 maybe.
No, Kamari knows this isn't light, but you got ace king. You beat all these kind of hands. You potentially beat ace queen as well. I say beat. You got the equity against these kind of hands is what I mean. Here we go. Are we going to see a further redistribution of chips, Henry? All of a sudden, this final table become very even, bar Georgi. The rest are rooting for the ace king. Well,
Oh.
the jacks have been hot on this table all tournament. Another booby arrives. Full double up. The crowd go wild.
А то крест-кресту нафигачат.
Этого не надо.
Раньше нельзя никогда.
They have, well, equal
Пока
stacks.
у тебя тут не надо.
Now, Samaska, Kamari.
Double up.
And maybe the only person who enjoys watching this happen is Georgi, because he can just have even more fun.
Блин, прикинь бы у них не было, я бы тебе проплатил, у меня король 7 червяк был. То есть хлоп-кол, черный, смотри какой. А те еще там 500 насыпали.
What a great start to this final table for Samaska. Came in with just 2.5 Milski,
Даже не знаю вообще.
up to almost 9.
Первый раз увидел. Даже хорошо не увидел. Вообще не играл ни один день.
Everyone else just looking on. Buy bars, shortest stack by far now. He's had a couple of opportunities to get that 23k ladder.
Хоть ты ученик,
The deck
Не, он мой ученик.
has had other plans.
а он понятно.
Brighton, top of the league.
Это другой знак.
We'll see.
Вот этот парень. Этот вот. Шестом месте.
Mario on the rail. Yeah, there's quite a few people on the rail out there. I see Georgi giving Samaska a little fist bump. Bubbles down to 12 bigs. Gil hasn't played a single hand. Oh boy. Kadra, 20 bigs. It has not been the best final table for him.
Yeah, I mean, this could be first out. This hand going for a raise. I don't know, with the kind of players behind him, I might just rip this in, Henry. Wow. Might be put straight into a tough spot.
Kadra might just do the old effort jam if he gets 3-bet.
Nice discipline from Kamari, I think. He's just taken a big hit. I know Kadra is obviously one who's probably going to raise fold too many hands, but Kamari just settle in to the final, Henry. Like you say, he might just say F it.
Samaska thinking about it. Does have a very dangerous player behind. Queen Jacko not performing too well post-flop, it does pass up on it. And Kadra
Semaska.
Pod what?
made to swear, but
Finally gets to pull some chips in.
Ace, ace. Nothing white.
Bernhal's up, popping up ace 10 from +1. Gets through Georgi, probably breathes a sigh of relief.
yeah, that's the guy you want to get it through, right?
Especially when he's on the button. 8-9 from High Dawn, kicked into the muck.
Some football chat. Always welcomed.
What's going on? Let's go Brighton, I read. That's enough for me. My new
That's-
favourite viewer. Zola. Let's have it. You win some tickets. Give Zola some tickets.
Mate, I've given up. I've given up.
Raise 500.
He's saying, good looking trophy.
Very good looking
Yeah,
trophy.
it's a special one for the mantelpiece, that's for sure. So what Baibars decides to do with his trays. Georgi going to be somewhat incentivized to actually keep him in the game, keep him short, so he can keep piling away at those 20, 30 big blind stacks. Just saw King 10 fall out the small. Gonna just defend. Georgi with the old eyebrow raised. Seems confused. Checks through. Georgi with the delayed see-bet. Baibar's really in the danger zone now. Down to just 8 bigs.
Yep. Bit unlucky. I mean, unlucky in the sense that he's had a couple of shots at laddering. So, you know, if the ace 10 doesn't get there, if the flip goes the other way, could be locking up 100k plus already.
Yep.
Maybe blind raise.
But sometimes, Henry, the game of waiting for ladders just goes that way.
I do believe we're going to be heading to our first break of the day, James. After this hand. See if Kadra will be coming back.
Can he win one more
Joining
hand, Henry?
us.
Can he get one little last bit? He's opening too many hands, in all honesty, guys, obviously. But it's hard to fold the Queen 10 suited. I mean, I think later on, those guys who've chipped up behind him will know, and, well, here's Hydon. These, I mean, you're jamming Ace King anyway, but these spots get a lot easier when it's Kadra opening so many hands. You've got to be careful with 20 bigs. It was different when he had 40. Buy bars short behind. Double check of the cards, but Hydon will be rifling. Again, like before, going for the less than all in. The theory is multiple all-ins behind you can fold. Obviously with Ace King probably never folding, but my man who will be folding will be Kadra. He's like, really, guys? I mean,
He must be
flat and open.
very
jammed on.
frustrated.
Yeah. Lose Ace King v Ace 10. Another ace fold in the mix. A break coming at a good time, I'd say, Henry, for Kadra. Just a second to reset. I'm not saying he's losing his mind or anything, but it's hard. You come in here, 11 million chips, 11 life, you're one of the big stacks. Now all of a sudden you're going to be coming back from the break. 150, 300, down to just 16 blinds and one of the short stacks. It's nice to have 10 minutes to just go and clear the old head.
Yeah, very frustrating start to the final table for him. And to be honest with him, like, he's kind of had hands to like get involved with.
Yeah,
A couple of loose ones,
I'm
like
being-
the Ace 9, the Ace 6.
Yeah, I'm being harsh here, suggesting that you shouldn't be playing Queen 10 of clubs. Queen 10 of clubs is fine one to get through. I think I'd be much more a fan of this raise, Henry, if he hadn't tried to get so many others through. Like,
Yeah.
his image is too loose. If your image is loose, you've got to play tighter. If you've got a tight image, you can play a little bit looser. It's just poker 101, boys and girls. Hydon gets one through, up to 6 million, as Henry says. These players will be going on a break, a quick chip race, and the blinds going up. We are, well, an hour closer to crowning our champion, but no real further distance towards it. Georgi taking the chip lead into the break. 5 bars down to just 8 blinds. When we return, it'll be 150, 300 here at the Millions main event final table. Deuce, deuce, 5. So far, Barwani's luck is holding up, as is his hand. Well, shouldn't have said anything. Queen on the turn. Shake of the head, says it all. Gil spikes. Yeah, a completely reasonable spot. This one, of course. Ripping from the small with that hand. Cannot fault that play. Barwani, just, that's the race run. Another one. Sent pack. Gil popping up on the button. Ramon, Henry, ace deuce of clubs. This feels way strong enough against this range to send them all in there.
Yeah, I mean, Gil could be up to over 10 mil. It's like
15 blinds. So you get a count.
Most likely you're getting called.
Most likely you're getting called. Not what Ram wants to hear when he's got a deuce in his hand, Henry.
But I do have a hand. Oh, fuck. I think I'm priced in.
That is not what you want to hear.
We've heard that one before.
175. Amazing fight.
1.175?
We've heard that line before. Last time it was with the same hand.
Call.
Came running diamonds.
Allow.
Oh, you can't fold that.
Suits crushed. King of 10 are live. How good can Gil run? Can he get past the 10 million chip mark? Oh, Jack 7 tray. No help so far. 8 or 9 will give some additional, as would a queen.
Wow.
Well, 10 spikes. Ramon needs an ace on the river. A deuce, no use.
Unstoppable, this guy.
It's open.
Unstoppable, this guy. The last words of Ram Kalias in this event, Henry. And Gil is over the 10 million chip mark.
Would you believe it?
Wow.
The random hand in 2 hands time.
Yeah, this one a lot stronger than random, this one, isn't it?
Maybe getting looked up here.
Oh, yeah.
Vlad in the small.
Oh, yeah.
Stefanov going to be pairing, jamming, you know, 6s through 9s, king, queen, queen, jack.
$730. Call.
Does make the call. Wow.
Angelov behind Henry with the butchers. Easy rip. Gonna chill. He's gonna have a look, a little bit of acting. The ISO jam.
$26 bigs.
Rolling.
Stefanov with the chance to treble up courtesy of the Bulgarian ISO.
Yeah,
Bulgaria v Bulgaria.
it's true. It's hard to win, but if he does, you're getting great value. One ace, of course, departed.
And well,
There it is, ace 10, 5. Look at that, Stefanov would have flopped 2 pair and still been behind. Had the ace 10 stuck around, runs out, ooh, diamonds. Angelov has got the wrong kings, Henry.
does indeed.
Stefanov with the triple up. Here we go, Angelov below 2 million. Gambini asking, are there any deals allowed at a farm table in this tournament? Yes, there most certainly are. I think there'll be an amount that is required to be left behind for the winner, but they certainly can do deals. It's their money.
Hello.
Well, he was eating dinner.
It's true.
What are you playing around? I have a lot of red. But you do have a lot of red chips.
He does have a lot of red chips. The red's worth 100k. Not as many as this man, though. Each one of those towers worth 4 million, Henry. The average stack, not worth one of those towers.
Gil is thinking of something here. I'm not quite sure what the plan is.
The plan is to call.
It's taken 3 off top.
I know.
James, what's going on?
Yeah, he's calling.
Wait, what?
80. Been raised 3. Oh, how much? 80.
That, well, we're talking about misclicks. Yeah.
380, yeah.
I think he meant to call Henry. I can't be sure.
I mean, it's been a long day. I'm misclicking in the commentary booth.
I honestly forgot the blind to the side. I honestly forgot the blind to the side. I was gonna raise you more.
Oh. Now he's claiming he meant to be raised, but meant to raise more. Just forgot how high the blinds were. I don't. Is that something you say when you misclick raise? Or is that something you say when you're being honest?
All in.
Wow, I mean, he just went to snap call there. James, what is going on, man?
I think he misclicked raise and he tried to make out that he meant to raise more because. Yeah. I mean, you wouldn't be on it. You wouldn't say, "Oh, I thought the blinds." It sounds like he misclicked, and he tried to get some more credence from it. And also, I didn't waste much time. I would have thought longer before doing this.
Do you think the speech had anything to do with the jam, or
I think if he no, because it happened so fast after the speech. I think you need time to digest what he said and think why he would have said that. I mean, I wouldn't have believed him when he's saying, "Oh, I meant to raise more," but I would have taken a minute to figure that out. Truly bizarre.
I'm perplexed. It's been a long 5 days. We're deep into day 3, hundreds of thousands of dollars up for grabs, and we got people min 3 betting and all sorts going on.
I mean, we've got a fold now. Like, don't throw good off the bad, albeit it's a flip. He doesn't know that.
It's been on a run.
You're not doing very good against the under-the-gun 4-bet jamming range when you're holding king-queen.
I agree.
And you've only put 380 in. Just recognize, Gil, you've made a mistake. Swallow the loss. It's fine. You may feel like he's taking advantage because you've obviously misclicked. But it's still an under-the-gun opening range. I mean, king-queen doesn't do that great against the open range. Really. Even if he jams with every hand he opens with. I mean, what is the open range there, Henry, do you think? Sub 30, 23 left.
James, I am as confused as you are. They want to hit him with the E-price then.
Chat catching up. It's, you know, what they think. Misclick. Some sort of weird angle. They've still got 3.5 hours of play, Henry. They're getting this perplexed already.
Doesn't like folding, does he?
Angelo doesn't seem too concerned, does he? You know his worst way to flip.
What do you have?
I have pocket 10.
Fuck. I said I called you.
Raise to 40. Pass.
Yoni. Just to raise it up again, this time ace checker hearts.
Oh boy.
And Bernhauser is going to rip it in from the big. And, well, anyway, we saw him with a decision with what we can only assume is 8, given the conversation that went down afterwards. Now, we're going to see him with a very similar situation, holding ace checker hearts.
I think this one's a lot easier to get away from.
I think so, but it's still the borderline he's on again, Henry.
It's annoying, that's for sure.
He's still on the border. I mean, his queen is calling.
All in.
He knows it because he's on the border. Poker's funny. Sometimes you get easy decisions, sometimes you get hard ones.
Thing is like, how often are people taking like the Jack 10, the King
Yeah.
Queen,
I'm with you.
the Ace
I
10
think he's gonna fold.
rejams?
Anyway, his instant reaction was he's folding. He instantly reacted like, oh, really again? One of these spots pops up. Like the last hand he opened with jacks would have taken the jam. This time he's got ace jack and he gets jammed on. Before he opened with eights, would have been right on the border. Ends up folding. This ace queen, he's going to call ace jack. I think he's going to fold.
Don't do it, Ioni. Stay calm. Stay composed. Still got 20 bigs. Very close to flicking in the one chip.
Nice. Got more discipline than that, Henry. He's got lots of experience.
He does
He's
indeed.
been in many a game where things start going against you.
Anchor.
We've each got a horse in, Henry.
We do. That's a fair fight, right? Final two tables. Free orange juice on the line.
As he glugs his orange juice. What's in that orange juice, Henry?
There's a little something in there.
I'm going to say, that doesn't look like an orange juice to me. Might be a little orange juice kicker.
Oh,
well,
wow.
here's a kicker.
Go on, baby.
Pay bars with the butchers up against queens. He even has the suits covered.
It's a big open as well. 480.
3x. The full 3x. From Ustugalu Hotel. Casino and Spa here. Part of the Merit Complex. We are in the Merit Cove, though. This is where this event is going down in the tournament area. Georgi leading the way. 22 million in ship skill. Well, that's the quietest Gil's been in a level of poker in his life, I'd have as a guess. Didn't really get his nose wet at all there. Bernhauser rose slightly. The rest was pretty much an equalization towards the bottom. Kadra, the biggest loser perhaps of that level. We're going to 150-300. In the, well, the price of poker is going up. I am, of course, James Dempsey, joined, as always, by Henry Kilbane as we call this one down to the end, Henry.
Yeah, you mentioned Gil being quiet. Didn't play a single hand that first hour of play.
Who had that? Who had?
Well,
if you
the bookies.
If you doubled that with Brighton being top of the Premier League after 6 games, it'd be a big price, I tell you, and you'd be halfway there.
And you have to think maybe friends speaking with him last night, maybe the money up top becoming more and more relevant now that he's made this final table. But it could also just be
didn't have the hands.
Card distribution.
He did actually no, he did play one, didn't he? What he opened it up and
that's right, yeah, Queen 10 and got 3-bet, 4-bet, I think. Or no.
No, he got flat and squeezed jammed
That's
by
right.
ace queen, ace jack, or whatever it was. Yeah.
There we go. And yeah, Samaska certainly enjoying this table so far.
He's in here. Bernhauser limping ace jack from the small. Gil popping it up with 2 8s in the big. Now, I say usually you'd have options here, but Bernhauser 40 bigs on a final table with a live one. Has only one option, Henry.
Yeah, potential limp 3-bet spot.
Not today.
James Dempsey saying not today. Bernhauser agrees with you, James. Get yourself out there, mate. John Duffy was saying you boys need to be in the mix. Don't blame him. Ace high flop. 2 overs to Gil's pocket 8s. Prompt check from the young Austrian. Gil knuckles back. Third heart rolling off on the turn. Don't mind checking here, allowing Gil to hang himself a bit. Some of his trashier hands that 3x pre with a single heart. Some of the hands that we just have in really bad shape pretty much. 1.4 million, it's a big delayed C-bet. Bernhaus obviously going nowhere. Third nut top pair. Queen of clubs on the river. Some of those trashy hands rivering.
Yep.
Second pair.
Pretty good run out.
Ace is good.
Ace is good, declared. It certainly is. Gil shows the 2-8s. Look for a bit of sympathy. He's like, oh, lost a flip.
Rail goes wild.
Look at this, Henry. Bernhauser overtaking Gil in chips. And but you're losing no one at that level. See the average getting that a little bit shallower, 15300. Gil down to just 40 blinds. Hard to think when he was on. Well, he had 15 million yesterday, Henry, at like the 100k, 120k big blind level. One's gone 2.5 times as big. The stack hasn't really moved. It did get up to nearly 25 million at one point, but lost a big pot to Georgi with 2 tables left. And now he's beginning to slip away a little bit, Henry. I'm not prematurely calling the death of Gil here. It's just, but it's a little change here when you have an overwhelming chip lead for so long in a tournament. Now suddenly you find yourself, oh, my set's only 40 bigs with 9 left.
Yeah, that's very true. Jeff Gross with the raid. What's up, JG?
JG, bringing the heat. All right.
Miss Dynamite saying afternoon, boys. Looking forward to this. How you doing, Miss Dynamite? And
Miss Dynamite. Can't help it.
3 Barrel Dan saying the Henry and
9%.
James commentating combo has to be the most British thing ever. Would you have it any other way? 3 Barrel Dan? Come on. It's Party Poker Millions. Have you met the team? Duff Dog, Barrett.
Upset. No, it's fun, it's good.
And Mr. Livio making a great point. 9 different countries representing this final table. It's a great point.
We got the full 9, do we?
No, play good man friends. Good drink.
Gil finds a deuce. Cadra finds a flush draw. Gil's going to bet that deuce. 1 blind.
300 is the minimum, mate. Can't bet 225.